Hey guys, this is the very first day of the DIY insulated garden room that has been given to me by Walton Gardens. So as you can see, I've got my base that's built behind me. I've done a video on this base, so that's the footings and the timber construction with the insulation as well. But it's time to actually start building the insulated garden room. So this here is the framework for that insulated garden room. On top of that sits the floorboards. Then we're going to go to the edging. Then once we've got the edging on, it's going to be the walls and the doors, and we're going to build this framework up over the day. I'm hoping that we can get this completed today. It's not just me, my dad and my uncle are here to help. It is advised that more than one person does this project, as holding the walls and screwing them in place by yourself can be very tricky. So I'm very lucky to have my dad and uncle here helping me today, and let's see how it turns out. So it's 10 to 3, we started about 10 o'clock this morning, so you can see how long it takes just to build the base that's behind me. So if you look at this base, we've got the bearers which are underneath these floorboards, then we've got some insulation which you can just see through there. We've got the floorboards on top, and then these are the edges that we've had to mitre cut at 45 degrees, and we've done that all the way around. And the next step is to fit the sides onto this area of these edges.
Bonfire.
What's happening, guys? I'm stood in my new garden room. It's not finished, it's got no roof, but it's coming along nicely. And apparently it's gonna rain tomorrow, which means I've got to make a makeshift roof for tonight, which is what these are. I'm gonna just drape some tarpaulin over, and I'm gonna get all of the wood that I haven't used, all the timber I haven't used inside here, so it's all nice and dry. And then when the rain does stop, I'll be able to get right back to the build. Catch you then. The project was put on pause yesterday because the weather was so bad. And as you can see, I've had to make a temporary roof behind me with this tarpaulin. And I'm really hoping that the inside is gonna be dry. Shall we go take a look? Okay, it looks like the tarpaulin's done its job. There's a bit of water over here, and I knew that there was a hole in the tarpaulin, so I put that pan there. But the roof that I've made has done a pretty good job. But it's now time to get a proper roof on this, what will be an amazing building. Guys, that is another day done. That's the end of day 2, and the garden room is starting to feel more like a room because we finally have a roof. You might notice that the sheet is still back on, and that's because I haven't had time to felt it yet. But we have got a solid wood roof, and above this is the insulation, and then above that is the noggins, and then above that is OSB board. And that OSB board is obviously water resistant. I'm currently on top of the garden room, and as you can see, I'm on top of the OSB that I've screwed down onto the joists below. This has been out in the rain and it's had tarpaulin over the top, but the tarpaulin is a bit old, and I think because of that, some of the water has come through and now the OSB is a bit wet. The issue is today's the only dry day and I've got a week's worth of rain ahead according to the forecast, so I need to get the felt on today regardless of the condition of the OSB underneath. I'm just hoping that once the felt's down it will dry out by itself because I'll have heaters inside the building. We can only hope. It's been a beautiful sunny Sunday, and it's finally coming to an end, and the garden room is looking so much better. This morning, up until about 2 o'clock, we were putting the felt on and then the fascia boards that you can see behind me, and then I've just spent the rest of the day putting on some bits of architrave and finishing off all of this mesh that goes around the bottom. It was a bit difficult around the back because it's a very tight fit, but I did manage to get it done. So that was day 3, and I believe there's one more day's work in this to get it fully finished before I can start furnishing the inside. There is a little bit to be done on the outside, so I'm going to have to wait until the weather's good again. There's a couple of strips of wood, and it all needs painting and treating to make sure that it doesn't rot and we keep the beautiful colour of wood. So one more day and the garden room will be done.